Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious, she'll be here in a second. Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Hump Day.
Good morning. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here. Another day to serve our beautiful listeners, man. The day after Election Day.
That's
happening?
right.
What's happening? How you feel? How you feel? How you feel?
We got a lot to break down. I'm sure Mimi's going to be breaking it down. We got a special guest joining us this morning that's going to be talking about elections as well, right?
Yes. Well, first of all, Jordan E. Cooper and Miss Pat will be here with us this morning.
Right.
I'm sure Miss Pat will have something to say as well.
Yes.
Okay, because season 3 of Miss Pat Settles It started last night at 10 o'clock Eastern on BET. And Mehdi Hasan will be joining us this morning as well to talk about all things Zohran Mamdani, I'm sure. And you know what happened last night all across the country. Well, not all across the country, but in Virginia, New Jersey, California.
Even Boston, Cali.
Yes.
There was a lot going on. Did you stay up late or not?
Man, I couldn't sleep. I was up. I left CNN. I hosted this CNN election night special last night with Teslin Figaro and Kara Swisher was on there. Ben Shapiro, Anna from the Young Turks Network. Who else? Harry Inter, Isabella. I can't remember Isabella's last name. But I was hosting that, and then when I left, I was just up. I was up. My mind was racing, thinking about a lot of different things. You know what I mean? Especially a lot of the stuff that we saw last night. So I was up. I don't think I only got like 3 hours of sleep. I was up talking and texting, and my financial advisor is Ugandan, so he called me really, really late last night, and he's on the West Coast, so I answered the phone, and he was like, "Just want you to know we taking over."
You taking over?
Just want you to know Uganda up right now.
Oh my goodness!
So that was interesting.
Yeah, it was a lot to discuss.
Yes.
I love the fact that they talking politics in school very, very, very early. My daughter didn't know much about it, but she did know that the governor was an airplane pilot.
And, Mikey Sherrill?
Yeah, knew she was a former, pilot, and they were curious about taxes. That's what they were curious about. It was like, so how does this tax thing work? I guess they talk about it in school, so it was great to break that down and let them watch it. What's up, Jess?
What's up? Good morning.
You smell good this morning, Jess.
Thank you. I smell good every morning, Char.
I never noticed. I just noticed this morning.
Wow.
I'm not.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
But thank y'all.
Wow.
Y'all hear about Mamdani?
Yes.
Yeah, shorty. I was happy. about that. Because I knew something.
But why?
Because I was the first to know. Usually y'all hit the group chat, right? And y'all be like, yeah, such and such. I found out first. See, he was doing CNN.
I was watching.
Yeah, but it was an election night special, so we was actually watching the results.
It didn't matter. I hit y'all first. I said it first. I was like, yeah, Mamdani won. Yeah.
I seen it on TV.
And he was like, I'm gonna call you back. I'm doing CNN. I know something. Okay. That's the best. I know something.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I knew first.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Mimi will be breaking it down after Jess, because Jess knew it first. But we'll get
the weed told Jess.
The weed
let her know.
Hey, yo.
We'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MV, Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all doing this morning?
Peace,
Good morning.
Mimi.
Good.
Good morning. All right, so we start this morning on day 36 of the government shutdown. It is now officially the longest U.S. running shutdown in history, and the ripple effects are spreading everywhere. So after more than a month without a deal, millions of Americans are feeling the fallout, from parents who can't send their kids to preschool, to families struggling to buy groceries, to federal workers missing yet another paycheck. On Capitol Hill yesterday, Senate Democrats once again rejected a short-term funding bill. Now, this is the 14th failed vote so far. A small bipartisan group is trying to find common ground, but in public, both sides are still blaming each other for the shutdown. Now, Majority Leader John Thune says Democrats are blocking progress, while Minority Leader Chuck Schumer argues that Republicans are turning their back on working families, especially those who rely on Head Start, WIC, and SNAP. Now, across the country, Head Start programs are closing as federal funds dry up, leaving tens of thousands of children without early learning, hot meals, or a safe space while their parents work. Now, some teachers have also been furloughed, and many parents are scrambling to find childcare they can no longer afford. And then yesterday morning, President Trump adding more fuel to that fire, posting on Truth Social that no federal food benefits would go out until Democrats agree to reopen the government. He wrote SNAP benefits will be given only when the radical left Democrats open up the government and not before. Now that sparked confusion and panic among families struggling to buy food. Hours later, the White House facing tough questions about what the president really meant. Let's listen to that.
The administration is fully complying with the court order. I just spoke to the president about it. The recipients of these SNAP benefits need to understand it's going to take some time to receive this money because the Democrats have forced the administration into a very untenable position. We are digging into a contingency fund that is supposed to be for emergencies, catastrophes, for war. And the president does not want to have to tap into this fund in the future, and that's what he was referring to in his Truth Social post. So the Department of Agriculture, as for the latest SNAP payment in the judge's order, put out guidance to states today on how to get that money to the recipients of SNAP, but it's going to take some time.
It's time to open the government back up, y'all. Dems, you had a great night last night. The premiums have already gone up. They are set for the year. It's time to move on. We appreciate the fight, the valiant effort, but come on, man. People got rent due. Yeah. People got child care to pay for, light bills, card notes. I feel for all those federal workers who have missed 2 paychecks already, especially when most of them are living paycheck to paycheck. People not getting their SNAP benefits. It's time to reopen the government. I don't care whose fault it was. Let's stop playing politics with people's lives.
People mad at you for saying that. They feel like the Democrats should fight. But what's the reason you're saying the fight is over?
The fight is over because the premiums have already gone up and they're set for the year. And now you have a whole group of people, which are federal workers, who have already missed 2 paychecks. Mm-hmm. So I understand that, you don't want high health care premiums, but what about people who can't pay their rent right now? Mm-hmm. Right about people who can't pay their cardinals right now? People who can't pay their daycare? I don't care whose fault it is or was. Let's stop playing politics with people's lives, man. Let's reopen the government. We can still have this fight about health care while the government is open.
And why are people upset that he's saying that?
Because he's saying like the Democrats are giving up and they just give in to what the Republicans are doing. But what he's saying is the premiums already got to a point where you're fighting for not much of anything.
And Republicans are
not back up so people can pay their bills.
Republicans are not going to give these people no concessions. They're just not. Like they are cool with letting people starve.
Right.
Democrats can't be the party that is cool with letting people starve.
Yeah, he just said it. He said, "Hey, I don't care what just passed today. I ain't opening it back up. I ain't doing it until they open this country back up.
They don't care.
You can't eat. You can't pay your bills.
Care.
You can't do this. Hey, you on your own. I ain't doing nothing to the Democrats over this country. It was just crazy. They're playing the game with people's lives.
Democrats have to care. They're the party of the people, right?
Yeah.
The party of the working class, right? They have to care.
Right.
Yeah. And really quickly, there's another dire warning that's still coming from the Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy, who says some parts of the country could see airspace shut down and air traffic controllers, as they go without another check, they're still calling in sick. Let's listen to what he had to say.
On Thursday, they get an email pay stub that'll show what their next payment is going to be. So this Thursday, they'll get an email that shows that their pay stub is a big fat zero. Many of the controllers said, a lot of us can navigate missing 1 paycheck. Not everybody, but a lot of us can. None of us can manage missing 2 paychecks. So if you bring us to a week from today, Democrats, you will see mass chaos, you will see mass flight delays, you'll see mass cancellations, and you may see us close certain parts of the airspace because we just cannot manage it because we don't have the air traffic controllers now.
The airlines are going to be what gets this country back reopened. I just want y'all to know that. Mm-hmm. They may not care about the cries of the people, but they're going to care about the cries from them billionaire airlines.
That's right.
Okay?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, coming up at 7, actually, there are some retailers who are doing things to make your holiday season a little bit brighter and a lot more cheaper. We'll talk a little bit about that.
Holidays? We talking holidays at a time like this? Cancel Christmas.
But this is good holidays. This is help keep money in your pocket holidays.
Okay.
All right. Everybody else.
Christmas might be canceled this year, y'all. I've got a feeling.
Yeah.
You know how you ever heard somebody say, cancel Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
This might be the year.
Yeah.
Might be doing it this year. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Break it up. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning. This is Deborah How are you all?
How are you doing this morning?
Peace, Devorah.
It is pronounced Deborah.
How are you, Devorah?
Uncle Charlotte doing great. Just wanna just congratulate and thank you all, you, PJ Envy and Jess, for just being one of the best morning radio stations that I've heard in a long time. No disrespect to any of the others. But also, just want to thank you and want to know, because I'm in Georgia, and I have a child that's mentally ill, but I can't never get to your show that you all have for mental illness, I believe, in October. I'm raising my grandchildren, and I want to salute to all the grandmothers out there that are raising their grandchildren. So I have two of them that's in college, and I'm grateful and I'm thankful, but I'm not just have taken a second job to try to help, because both of them are in college. The girls are in college.
Where you from? Where you live at?
Georgia.
Georgia?
I'm in Georgia. I'm in Georgia.
So listen, next year I'm gonna get your information. Next year we're gonna try to find a way to get you at the Mental Wealth Expo in October. You and some of your people.
I'm the same thing. I was going to get emotional because I just thank you.
Well,
I've been trying to get there, but I can't get this. It's a little too hard.
we'll get you there, Mama.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on hold. I'm gonna get your info, and we're gonna figure that out for next October.
She's on line 7, Eddie.
Eddie, get her info. Don't keep her on hold for a long time. You hear her on the phone. She's driving. Clearly got something to do.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Lamar calling from Charleston, South Carolina.
843 was happening. Low country all day.
Yeah, what's up, DJ Envy, Charlamagne, Jess?
Peace.
What's up, baby? How you doing?
Doing good. I just want to say, man, I'm blessed, and I'm a truck driver. You know, I'm just feel bad for the federal government employees who's not working right now. Just want them open up the government. You know, one thing, Jess, I've been to your show in Charlotte on November 1st.
Oh yeah, how you like it?
I ain't gonna lie, Jess. You put on a show. I gotta come to the next one.
Yeah, you do. That's what's up. I appreciate that, man.
If you seen one, you seen them all. I'm just
Damn.
wow.
See what I'm saying?
Y'all
This nigga's a hater, yo.
Y'all every morning.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, yo.
Damn. Get it off your chest.
I done seen about 10 of them. You know what I'm saying?
585.
It's not the same,
It's
yo.
not the
No, it's
same.
actually not. I'll be honest with you. It's really not. Because I remember when I first saw Jess at Caroline's Comedy Club, probably almost 10 years ago.
Right.
And her whole set was about a couple of Chris's ago. And
Hey, yo. Right, the first Chris, right.
yes, it was.
Right.
It was about a whole other relationship. And Ashton, it was different. It was a lot different.
Yeah.
He
He said a whole 3 Christmas ago.
Like,
Call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Everything with me is blessed.
Call up now. 800-585-1051.
Not just me. I'm with the culture feeling.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, I'm going to remain anonymous.
Why? We can't see you. You can say your name is Jill Scott for all we know.
Nah. I ain't going to say my name. Let me tell you what happened.
What happened?
I work for Airlines, and I got injured on the clock. And then the doctor said I can go back to work. Manager don't want to let me come back to work unless I'm 100%. But the doctor said you will never be 100%. Ain't that stupid?
No.
So basically, you saying you ain't trying to ever go back to work because the doctor said you ain't never going to be 100%. So you ain't never going back to work.
No, I want to go back to work.
Yeah.
I want to go back to work.
The
But they
doctor-
have this dumbass 100-healed policy that don't exist that they want to use. But they got sued for it. I even called Top Dog Law.
You call Top Dog Law? What they said at Top Dog Law?
Yo.
My impairment rating was too low, so they can't take my thing.
Oh, damn.
So what you got to do? What are you going to do in the meantime?
I got to keep calling lawyers because airlines got a history of when people get injured on the clock, and let's just say they're not going to ever be 100%, they want to push them back or try to make them quit. I ain't quitting for my job. I work too damn hard to even get that job.
I agree, man. I'm
Yeah,
shocked.
it might not be a good paying job, but I'm still going to try to get my job. I've been calling lawyers and everything. But this manager, she also kind of racist too.
We're going to have Loren LoRosa
And
reach
that's
out to
a no
Top
fact.
Dog Law for you, man. You know, she got a different relationship with them. So we're going to have her reach out and see what she can do for you, man.
All right.
Yeah, I'm lying.
He's lying. He don't even got your name.
Right.
He been talking this morning. I'm sorry, Mama.
No, I am going to do something for the lady at the mental health expo. I can't do nothing for this young lady right here. I'm just being honest with you. It just sounds good to say. You know what I mean? Why
I'm going to have Loren reach out. Don't even have his name.
Lying.
Hello, who's this?
Hello?
Hey, what's your name, Mama?
Good morning. My name is Arce, and I'm from Jacksonville.
Okay.
What's up?
Good morning, Mama. Get it off your chest.
First, before I get into it, my son wants to say good morning to Charlamagne the God. Good morning.
Peace, young king. How you doing, brother?
Good.
Good to talk to you this morning, man. You doing right by your mama?
Yes.
All right, you better. You only got one. Always treat her with honor and respect, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right.
All right, guys. So I am an active duty military member, and we have been dragged right and left with this government shutdown as far as whether we're getting paid or not getting paid, if we're able to transfer to our next duty stations or not, or if we're on hold at another command. And I believe that all this is just a display of power from the Republican side. The Dems have done nothing that they were standing firm on, and it is just dragging way too long. And like Steve keeps saying, people ain't getting paid. We can't keep going without people getting paid. So a lot of people are furloughed in positions that could help people find payments or find money or find food banks, because military members are in need of those things too. So I don't think the government is thinking about the military members who can't afford food, who can't afford their car payments, who can't get their kids to daycare.
They not, and by the way, to me, it's just a bipartisan effort. I don't care whose fault it was. I just know that it takes a bipartisan effort to get it back open. We got to stop playing politics with people's lives for all the reasons that you just said. How many paychecks have you missed?
We haven't missed any paychecks because they keep finding billions of dollars somewhere.
Okay.
However, if we could send $20 billion to Argentina, we can pay these air traffic controllers what they worth.
Damn right. I'm with you.
So, no, that's just what I wanted to get off my chest. Thank you guys so much. We listen to y'all every morning. We love y'all. Have a good day.
Thank you. Now. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we got the latest with Loren coming up. What are we talking about, Loren?
Good morning, y'all.
Why you still got your dress on from last night?
She do not. That is not.
It's not my dress, but I do still got my makeup on because just got home not too long ago. So this is the face, but I don't got the dress. I'm actually wearing actively black right now.
Hey. And you wore that on the red carpet? I saw you last night on the red carpet. It looked like you had that same thing on last night.
Wow.
I'm actually about to post my photos from the red carpet, and it's eating down, so don't do me. Okay, we gonna talk about the red carpet too.
Because I actively black for doing your dress last night.
Tell them where you were. Tell them where you were, because people don't know where you were. Right now, he made
last
it seem
night
like
I was at the Ebony. I know, stupid. Last night I was here in LA at the Ebony Power 100 Gala. So
why? Tell them why, Loren.
Because I was honored as a media maven.
Okay.
Nice. That's what's up, girl.
Yes, it was a good. I got some clips. I talked to some people yesterday. I talked to the cast of Girlfriends, Clarissa Shields. It was a great night. So I'm gonna be bringing you guys
the cast of Girlfriends.
Yes, let me tell y'all. I'm gonna save it for the latest because. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm very proud of you too. We'll get to the latest left. Well, I'm proud because I didn't think she was gonna make it. I'm like, she gonna be drinking. She gonna be drunk. There's no way she gonna make it.
Make it here.
I want you to know, I've been here celebrating Ebony Power 100 for 3 days, and I've made it 2 a.m. every single day.
I will say, Loren, she put the bottle down. She ain't the alcoholic that she once was when she started here. That's one thing, she's been put down.
I just seen that Hampton homecoming. She missed her flight, bro. That was about 2 years.
That was different. I was off work and I was enjoying myself. Okay,
you have stopped drinking. You have not
y'all just took shots last week in the morning.
That was because my book dropped. That was
why exactly. We was celebrating her book.
All right.
You know
what? We'll get to the latest with Loren next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
All right, y'all. So last night here in LA was the Ebony Power 100 Gala. It went down at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. I was there because I was honored as a media maven for the work that I do with you guys here at the Breakfast Club.
Dropping a clue bomb for Loren LoRosa. Hold on. Let's celebrate you for a second. Dropping a clue bomb for LL Cool Bay. Okay. Brandon Banks.
And also for the latest with Loren LoRosa, the podcast on the Black Effect podcast network as well.
Absolutely.
Yes. So there was a lot of people there. Like I ran into so many people. I saw Mario, a ton of people.
Like Baltimore Mario?
Yes, and we talked to him too because I had to talk to him about that Kim, the interview he did with Kim, which we'll get into later in the show. But on the red carpet, because the theme of the night was honoring heroes of the Black community for 80 years. So you had, entertainment legends spanning from like new to like, icons. Iman, the model, was honored last night as she got the Icon Award. But on the red carpet, I ran into some of my heroes, okay? The cast of Girlfriends. So the first people I was able to speak to last night was Golden Brooks, Jill Marie Jones, Persia White, and Tracy Ellis Ross, the cast of Girlfriends. Let's take a listen to them on the red carpet.
Hey, I'm Golden Brooks, and you're here. I'm here with Ebony 100.
Okay, I'm Jill Marie Jones. I'm so excited to be here at Ebony. We were talking about it earlier, Golden and myself, about just how impactful the Ebony magazine was growing up. Seeing the beautiful melanated beauties on the covers. Also, too, to celebrate Tracy Ellis Ross, our sister. So we're just having a great time.
We are. And for us to come together as girlfriends, it's always a treat.
I'm Persia White from Girlfriends, a.k.a. Liz. And you know how free-spirited I am, so I am just feeling all the love. I'm feeling too much love.
Oh! My girlfriend.
What?
Yes!
I'm on your business. I'm getting audio.
What's happening here?
Yeah, what's going on?
So at the end of the audio, what you're hearing, I literally go in to try and get another question from them. And Tracy Ellis Ross walks up. So I'm with Golden Brooks, Jill Marie Jones, and Persia White. And then Tracy Ellis Ross walks up. So you literally see the Girlfriends cast unite on the red carpet, and I'm standing in the middle of them because I'm on the red carpet, walking the carpet as talent, and I just started interviewing people. So I'm standing in the middle of them, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do right now because I'm all in y'all mix. So you hear them get excited to see Tracy Ellis Ross because they didn't know she was coming on the carpet. So I was able to catch that moment. Yes. And
salute
they did
to all the girlfriends, man. Drop on the clues bombs for all the girlfriends. Us real Girlfriends fans still need closure, and we will never stop saying we need closure until we get it.
Period.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. To come, hopefully we get that. It is 25 years of Girlfriends, and Tracy Ellis Ross talks a little bit about that later on in the show. She won the Pathbreaker of the Year award. But before we get to that, I also, on the red carpet, or leading off of the red carpet, ran into Clarissa Shields and had some questions for her. Let's take a listen to Clarissa.
All right, y'all, I'm here with the quote at Ebony Power 100. Congratulations.
Thank you. I am so honored to be here and be here with Loren. Shout out to the Breakfast Club for always showing me so much love. And we are here tonight to celebrate all Black excellence.
You know, Charlamagne and them been saying that y'all are revving up this fight like this is all staged.
Oh no, I don't play like that. But I do have a big announcement coming Thursday with my career.
I've been begging you for an exclusive.
Yeah, are you gonna have they invite y'all to the luncheon on Thursday?
We don't know nothing about girl. I be telling you all the time. Didn't nobody tell us nothing?
I'm gonna DM you, send me your email, and I will have them send you a personal invite. First of all, my announcement has everything to do with Black excellence, Black success.
Are you starting your own promotional company because you've been trying to figure out one?
Listen, it is big. Like it is really big. And I can't wait to announce it on Thursday. It's going to be really big. You're going to be happy you came, I promise.
Okay.
Can't wait to hear what Clarissa got a purpose.
Yes, I'll be there Thursday.
Sleeve. She don't be wearing sleeves. Got a purpose.
Her sleeve. It's her
I
sleeve.
did ask her about Shadeja too, but it was nothing there. She didn't give me nothing much. But in the award show, so Tracy Ellis Ross, well, first of all, Clarissa Shields, shout out to her. She made the Ebony Power 100 list as a leader in sports. So congratulations to her for that. And that's why she was there with Papoose. Got to meet him yesterday as well. But inside of the award show, as people were winning their awards, of course, there were some amazing acceptance speeches. Tracy Ellis Ross was honored as Pathbreaker of the Year. The award was actually presented to her by the cast of Girlfriends, which is why they were there. Let's take a listen to Tracy Ellis Ross.
Golden, Jill, and Persia. Thank you for your hilarity, your brilliance, for what we built together, how we show up for each other after all these years, and I just love you so much. Also, could they be any hotter? This year marks the 25th anniversary of Girlfriends, by the way. 172 episodes of television that I am so proud of. Thank you, Ebony, for celebrating our stories and for naming me as Pathbreaker. Okay, well, it started with Girlfriends, and then came Blackish. And while all this was happening, I spent a decade building Pattern Beauty. Earlier this year, I launched Solo Traveling with Tracy Ellis Ross on the Roku channel. I tell you all of this to say, please do not wait for something or someone in order to experience all that's possible for your life.
Yes.
Very
now,
nice.
as we close, speaking of not waiting, Teyana Taylor was, I would say she was one of the best speeches of the night. She was like one of the first awards to come up, but Entertainer of the Year. And you talk about somebody who like literally has made their own way, and we watched her navigate her career and figure out those opportunities. Listen to Teyana Taylor accept her award for Entertainer of the Year, which was presented by Taraji.
Taraji, I love you, sister. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for always being there for me. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. And that one hits different for me tonight, because God, He is the author and He is the mediator, the one who wrote my story before I even knew I'd be standing here tonight. Father God, in the name of Jesus, you gave me the strength when I was tired. You gave me the strength when I was scared. You gave me the ability to check myself when I doubted myself. All my family and friends that I love and respect so much, thank you for loving me the way you do. God, in the name of Jesus, gets all the glory. And y'all, tonight, get all my love. Thank you, Ebony, for the amazing honor. I'm so honored to be here.
Amen, Teyana. Drop one of the clues about Teyana Taylor. I was waiting for her to say, all my life I had to fight.
Yeah, it was very emotional. What'd you say, Jess?
I said, yeah, it was definitely deep.
Yes, but shout out to everybody that was there. There was a lot of people that were honored. Shaq took home Entrepreneur of the Year.
Dope.
Shaq was there?
Yeah, Shaq was there.
Amazing.
Yes, that was another thing too that I was so excited about, because a lot of times when we do things for like us, like Black media, we complain that people don't show up. When I say people showed up, I mean Shaq was there. I was at the table with Wale, Scott Evans from House Guest, Taraji, as you just heard.
I love Scott
so
Evans.
many big names. Were there. Like everybody showed up. People, Ari Lennox performed. People that you didn't think would possibly show up when you saw them listed on the roster, they were there. They came. They showed out. So congratulations to Ebony on another successful year, and thanks for the honor, y'all. I'm excited to be on the list.
That's so dope. Congratulations again.
And happy birthday to Ike Turner. He would have been 94 today. So happy birthday, Ike, and continue to rest.
All right. Now, when we come back, we got front page news, and then Miss Pat and Jordan E. Cooper will be joining us. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back to some front page news. What's up, Mehdi?
Good morning, NV, Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all doing this morning?
Good, girl.
Good. All right. So we start this hour with election results. A big night for Democrats filled with history-making wins from coast to coast. Now, in New York City, Zohran Mamdani, he did what few expected, defeating former Governor Andrew Cuomo to become the city's next mayor. Now, more than 2 million people cast their ballots in a race that began as a long shot. Mamdani climbed from the bottom to the top of the polls to score an upset victory in both the primary and the general election. Let's listen to some of his victory speech from last night.
New York! Tonight you have delivered a mandate for change, a mandate for a new kind of politics, a mandate for a city we can afford. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant. So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
Mamdani got a lot to say that he said he was going to do. He said it was going to be free MTA, that people going to ride the buses for free.
Damn.
He said he was going to create a citywide universal child care program for children 6 weeks to 5 years. Nice. He said he was going to do city-run grocery stores where people can actually buy groceries at wholesale prices. Yeah. He said he was going to do rent stabilization for people so their rent won't go up. He got a lot to do.
So how long you think they're going to give him? How long is that? How long is the honeymoon phase? Because you know how people do. Like he gets sworn in January. They're going to want all this done by Black History Month. Y'all know that, right?
Damn.
I'm just telling you. Like,
Yeah.
He said he gonna build 200,000 new homes for people. He promised people a lot.
He made a lot of big promises.
I'm telling you, I just wonder how long are people going to give him, because they're going to be expecting all of these things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, he talked about that in his speech. He said there's high expectations, and he was going to keep all of those expectations and do everything. He said that last night.
Not that Donald Trump got anything to do with it. Listen, I just want y'all to know that the government overreach from the Trump administration is going to be insanity. The White House tweeted out last night the New York Knicks logo, and it said, "Trump is your president," in the shape of the New York Knicks logo.
Yeah.
So, like, did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Like, Zoran is going to be Donald Trump's public enemy number one, for the next year, because he's going to make him the face of the Democratic Party and let everybody feel like, if this is what y'all go out and vote for in the midterms, y'all gonna get this socialism. Watch. Y'all gonna get this communism. Watch.
He promised a lot. I hope he can come through with all the things that he promised. But he promised a lot, and let's see if he can make good on all the things that he promised.
Absolutely. Well, that wasn't the only headline of the night. There were major wins also across the country. In New Jersey, Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill, she defeated Republican Jack Ciofalo to become the state's next governor. And in Virginia, former Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger, she made history becoming the first woman ever elected governor of the Commonwealth. And out in California, voters overwhelmingly approved Proposition 50. That's Governor Gavin Newsom's plan to allow the legislature to redraw congressional maps and add several Democrat-leaning seats before the 2026 midterms. Now, I spoke with California Assemblymember Isaac G. Bryan just after those results came in here in California. And he represents Black communities like Crenshaw, Baldwin Hills, Ladera Heights. And he says Prop 50 isn't just a win for Democrats, but it's a stand against efforts to dilute the Black vote. Let's listen to that.
Prop 50 will help us restore the balance of power in Congress. Donald Trump called down into Texas and told Governor Greg Abbott that he was entitled to 5 additional congressional seats. Here in California, we redrew our maps to offset the harm coming out of Texas and add 5 additional Democratic seats, effectively nullifying that ask of Donald Trump. But we had to meet fire with fire in this moment. We're past the days of turning the other cheek or choosing a moral high ground that doesn't really exist. When they go low, we've got to squabble up.
Now, that right there, I'm going to be honest with you, Mimi, out of all of the things I saw last night, I'm not even going to front. That might be my number one, because it took a lot of political courage that I didn't think Democrats had to actually do that.
Yeah, they did that. And as Gavin Newsom pointed out, they did it in a 90-day sprint, right? Like, they galvanized everybody and they were able to bring out the vote. And even like the long lines that you saw in New York, we had long lines here in California. And so, it was overwhelmingly passed. So people really want to make sure that the balance of power is fair as we head into the midterm election. So,
do you think Texas is going to do it now? Do you think Texas is going to go ahead with it? Okay.
Oh yeah, and other states are also going to do it. I mean, I don't know where this will end, because people will continue to, redraw maps in order to kind of balance out the midterm election. So we'll see what happens, because I don't think this is the end of it. We'll continue to see more. And then what you were just speaking about, some of the exit polls were showing that the economy topped the list of the most concerns for voters. So in all 3 major races, people are more concerned about the price of the living, not being able to afford their bills. And so as you vote, they ask you questions about, why you were here, what you wanted to see, and the economy was number one for most people. So, and now to a story that is still developing this morning. A UPS cargo plane crashed just after takeoff at an airport in Kentucky. At least 7 people are dead and several others are hurt after the plane loaded with thousands of gallons of jet fuel. It went down near 2 businesses, setting off a massive fire and sending thick smoke into the sky. Now, officials say 2 workers from a nearby auto shop are still missing, and a shelter-in-place order remains in effect for neighborhoods around the airport. Investigators from the FAA, the NTSB, are on the scene this morning looking for what caused the crash, but early reports suggest that there may have been an engine problem during takeoff. Now, Kentucky's governor, he called it a catastrophic crash and says a number of victims still could rise as they search through that wreckage. So
that's horrible, man. They say they don't know how it happened, right?
Yeah, they don't know yet. They're still investigating. So.
Oh, Lord.
I know.
God bless those people, man. Sending healing energy to their families, man. God bless their souls, man. That's horrible.
All right, y'all. Well, that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV for more stories. Follow the Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and follow or check out BINnews.com.
All right.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, when we come back, Miss Pat and Jordan E. Cooper will be joining us. Season 3 of Miss Pat Settles It is out right now. We're going to talk to them next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious. The guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building. We have Jordan E. Cooper and one of my favorite people in the world, Miss Pat, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Hey, man, how much weight are you going to lose, Miss Pat?
As much as I can afford to die shot on Hayden, man. What the hell? What you worried about? I was looking good fat.
Yes, you
I ain't never walked in here looking wrong. What you talking about? You ain't never had to pull up no 2 couches for me, bitch. Yo, my is proportionate. Proportionate. My and my neighbor do not connect.
Yo, I love your hair. You looking like Big Glow with it.
Yes, I know. I love Glorilla. Yes. I want to meet her. I know everybody like, you look like Glorilla mama. Cousin. I wish like hell I had Glorilla. Yeah. I wish. She was the baby I killed. Then God got me back and made that famous. I got a gay daughter and a stupid son. That's why you should be careful about the babies you kill. You might kill a LeBron James.
Damn.
You never know.
Glorilla reminds me so much of me when I was young. Like, I was even fine like her. Not as small, before that old nigga got me pregnant.
Yeah. You ain't say nothing.
I seen you about to game.
No, I was not.
Charlamagne, I just want you to know that my vagina ain't always set. I mean, my stomach has not always set on my vagina.
I didn't
and once in my life, I could wear a 2-piece and not chicken.
Yo, she catch you.
I know Miss Pat is fine. Miss Pat fine now.
I'm all right. I'm married. I've been married for 32 years, so he ain't complaining. So whatever he pulling to the side and lifting, he happy.
I be seeing them skinny niggas in your comments.
They do. They
be all up in
but
your
they're not
comments.
gonna make me pay him my money. I'm gonna be right there with my husband to the end.
Y'all still sleeping in separate bedrooms?
Yeah, that is delicious too. You hear me?
It is.
I got somewhere to lay my at on the pillow. Hey, I ain't gotta listen to him pass gas. I'm telling you, if you've been married in a relationship a long time, you do not have to sleep next to these men. Get your own room. You get tired of rubbing on you in the middle of the night. You gotta, I don't know, most women, like, I don't go to bed sexy. I just get in the bed. I'm one of them people, I can't stand to take a bath at night because I don't want to be damped in the morning.
What? You don't want to be damp?
Why is you damp? Why is you damp in the morning?
Because I'm fat and I'm a little sweat.
So you dripping?
So, yeah, I'm always leaking. But
why you don't wash?
I do. I wash in the morning. So I be fresh.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I need my stuff 24 hours fresh in the morning. I can't have. I just don't like that.
Yeah.
So I don't put on lingerie. I don't do. I go to bed. If we're gonna do it, you won't. And if you don't, excuse me, you won't have sex. If you don't, I just go to bed.
But you can save money in the wintertime, though.
Wow.
Because you keep them warm, like laying next to them.
Boy, I got me a heated blanket.
Oh, okay.
Plus, I have a full-size bed in my room. He have a king. He like a hard mattress. I like a soft mattress. But I've been married for 32 years. I don't have to
on
sleep
a full-size mattress.
What you trying to say? She can't say. Yes, she can say.
No, I'm not trying to say.
That was crazy.
You meant to say that?
I wouldn't even say no like that. Because I thought about it, but I ain't say it. I was like, just
full-size queen.
Oh, okay.
Full-size queen.
I ain't never heard of that one. I lost weight now, so I feel a little bit more balanced. God damn, I'm sorry, you got that twin body, bitch. She got that twin body. She throwing shots, ain't she? I ain't never said I slept on no twin. God damn.
Twin bed body crazy.
Jordan, how you deal with her all day long?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. No, she's a fool. Whenever we on set, she just be acting up. We were just talking about this. I was like, there's got to be at least 1,700 thoughts that come to your brain that you got to stop before they come out your mouth because you know it's going to set a fire.
In this industry, I do. I have to watch what I say because, you walk into these meetings and you be want to say, what the f*** you wearing, white man?
Damn. Jordan, what did you understand about Miss Pat's voice in her story that others might have missed earlier.
I think just letting her be authentic. You know, I always say when we created the Miss Pat show, I wanted to create the first sitcom that I felt like would have that Def Jam comedy vibe, where it's like you could be uncensored. Because there's so many that came before her, like the Red Foxes and the Richard Pryors, and who had a show for 3 seconds. You know what I mean? Who couldn't be themselves. Bernie Mac couldn't really be himself on the Bernie Mac show, but when he got on stage, he could say, "I ain't scared of you." You know what I mean? So I wanted to create a sitcom that allowed her to just be, where she could say whatever she wanted to say, do whatever she wanted to do, and we could have hard conversations and let her say her unfiltered self.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
How did your kids get on an episode? Like, did you want it?
No. So my kids on the episode of the Judge Show, which airs this week, and somebody dropped out, right? So these are people who have real cases or whatever going on, friends dispute. My kids, a case dropped out, and literally, I did not know they was gonna walk through that door.
So you didn't know your kids were
She had no idea.
I had no idea, but they did go to the strip club, and my son did spend my gay daughter money, but we never would get it back. And they've been arguing over this for a whole year, and I was like, well, why would you give a broke some money at the strip club?
Yeah.
And so he didn't pay her back, and it became a case. And when I heard Lay versus Lay, I said, this might be my baby daddy. I said, I'm finna put it to this, and it walked in was my kids.
Damn. So how did you approach the case? Did you approach it as Miss Pat or as Dead Mama?
I approached it both ways because I couldn't believe they were suing each other when I had just got my daughter teeth fixed and she didn't pay me back, but she want her brother to pay her back. And I'm like, all y'all owe me money. So what? Nobody. I put them out.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
she
like,
did
get
the
my
whole thing
courtroom.
out.
I paid $8,500 to get your mouth fixed and flew you to Guantanamo Bay, where the hell she went to.
To get her teeth done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they were rough, but they look good now.
Was it an agreement put in place like you need to pay me back for
yes,
this?
But some reason my kids don't think especially them first two, my Medicaid kids, they don't think they supposed to pay me back.
Your Medicaid kids?
Yeah, those are the ones I gave birth
you
on Medicaid.
Oh, okay.
You was going on Medicaid too?
I'm sure. I don't know.
You be killing me in this.
So wait, Jordan, you're 30 years old now, right?
Yeah, 30.
30.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan the genius, by the way.
That
I don't know
was
if like to throw that word around, but I do. Jordan's the genius.
You know what? It's nothing like this kid. It was so, and we done told this story several times how we met, but when I first laid eyes on him, I was like, this is a black woman, a fat black woman trapped in a gay man body. That's the first thing I said about him. I said, you died as a fat black woman and came back as a gay man, because he gets me. Like, I mean, immediately we just connected. And I couldn't do that with no other writer that I had. Nobody would listen to me. And it's nothing like dealing with a writer and they writing a story about you and that writer think that they're funnier than you. You can't out funny me when I'm talking about me or I'm talking about something that coming from my head. And when I met Jordan, I said, hey, I got an idea, but nobody would listen to me. He said, what was it? I said, I sat on an airplane and talked to white people and see why they so racist. And that's all I had to say. And that was the pilot. Yeah, Southwest. Remember Southwest? You said anywhere?
Yeah.
So I would literally block the seat off, and I wanted to talk to white men to see why the they think the way they do. I would have racist conversation about race. And I told him that, and that's how that airplane thing came.
Why airplane? Because that's a trap setting. Like they can't go nowhere.
If you see if you see the pilot, what we do is the very first episode of the Miss Pat show. It's hers. It starts off with her doing stand up, and as thank you. And as she finishes the set, like the airplane kind of comes in around her, and then before you know it, we're dropped in the scene, and she's talking to this white woman about black kids being shot and being a black mom and all this stuff in a really cool way.
Miss Pat, you know I'm supposed to have been on an episode or multiple episodes of Miss Pat Settles It, but I got a phone call, right? Right after paperwork was done and all of that, right? Saying that I could no longer be on the show for a few episodes because of a comment that I had made. And the comment was literally verbatim, only women can have babies. I said that, and I asked, was that what got them to, revoke my opportunity to be on your show? And they said yes.
Well, you know what? A lot of times when they do stuff, and I'm going to be honest with you, because I knew you was going to ask me this, of course, you don't air. So I'm going to ask you. They didn't come to us and say that. They just said, we're going to go in. BET said no. So when I asked you to do it, and no matter who I pick in this room, the network still have to approve it. And they check out everything. So when I guess that conversation came up, and then they decided to say no. It's nothing I can do when it's their money. I came in and said, I want you on my show. I went back and told them, I want you on my show. But then they said, BET said no.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't you.
Yeah.
Because the person who even called me said that you fought for, like, you really was like, nah, I want her on the show.
Yes.
You know, and you said that more than once. But they told me that was the reason why. And I'm like, oh, all right. Well, do she know that? Can she, you know what I'm saying? Like, did y'all talk to her or did y'all tell her? What was her feedback? Like, y'all don't care that that's her show. She want me on there. And then it's just bogus for a statement like that I couldn't come and do. Miss Pat settles that I was really upset about that, yo.
But you do understand why people were like all up in arms about that.
Absolutely, I understand, but that don't mean what I said was not true. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I think I think it's only because of there are trans men, there are men, like people who identify as men out there who like have babies. So they're like, oh, I have a baby too, but I don't necessarily consider myself a woman. So then it like exits me out of the conversation. It's like that was it. It was the fact that there were people who don't identify as women who are like, no, I have babies. I do childbirth, but I just feel offended because I'm not a.
Let me give you a piece of advice from having a gay daughter. Let people be whoever the they want to be. If they don't tell them people they can't have no baby. If they say they can have a baby, let them have a baby. I grew up with a lot of people who say whatever the they was, whatever you are, that's who I respect you as being. Me personally, I don't put myself in those conversations. If you say you a woman, then you a fucking woman. You got on my shoes, you got on my dress. I'm mad because your makeup is better than mine. Other than that, I don't give a what. You can look like Charlamagne with a wig. If Charlamagne want to be, shut the hell up. If he want to be Shala today, then fine. I mean, just don't argue with him. Because allow them to be whatever they want to be. And that's just life.
But also, I think it's because I always look at this, and we talked about this on the show, is I always think that, like, I just look at everybody as spirits. Like, we're all really just, like, having a physical experience for this lifetime here on this earth. But we're all just spirits. And those spirits, when we die, don't come with a vagina, don't come with, you're just a spirit. It's how you treated people when you were here and how you lived your life. And I think there are people who are like, oh, I'm just spirit. Like, I don't subscribe to the, like, colonialized mind of, like, oh, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm a this, I'm a that. It's like, no, I'm just spirit. But I think that's why people were like, oh, all up in arms whenever that happened, because it was like,
but I also feel like if you do, I don't think you should be canceled for it.
No, I think it's a conversation.
I
don't think it's canceled. I don't personally. I don't think it's canceled. I think it's conversation.
You know how we can have a conversation whether you agree or disagree, and then we can leave here and have a drink later.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's just so much said that like is completely off. Because read all right, like so many other things that's being said. Nobody get in trouble for that. Nobody get in trouble for
but
nobody else.
But my thing is like,
but you
it's not
know
about
the gay community is like MAGA.
But wait, it's not.
Yeah,
No,
but
they're
it ain't
not.
the gay community.
It's not about. It's not about getting canceled. I think getting canceled defeats the purpose.
Wait. Let me clear that up. What I mean by the gay community is
you say like MAGA again. That's exactly what you just said, Miss Pat. We heard
like,
you.
What?
No, what I mean is that when they come for you, they come for you, and they come in droves. And no matter what you say, they right. I mean, they did the same thing.
That's crazy.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What, you don't with the gay community?
I do with it. What you
Jordan is the gay.
What you talking about?
I'm just saying, you don't be talking that about. I be like, I talk about my daughter on stage, and I said this is about my daughter, and I leave it as that because it's a sensitive community.
But it's not about sensitivity. It's about respect. It's about I respect what you do, you respect what I do. It's not about being sensitive. It's like, no, you respect me, I respect you. Let's go out and, like you said, have drinks. Let's have a conversation. Yeah. But I don't think anybody, when people say something wrong, like if I see somebody who considers himself to be gender nonconforming, and I misgender them, and I say he or I say she, and they correct me, I'm not going. I shouldn't feel canceled or feel upset because I didn't know. Yeah. If you tell me we have a conversation, I'm gonna respect you because you told me, oh, this is how you identify. All right, I'm gonna try.
Well,
right?
I don't do identification. I don't. I'm being honest. I don't want to know if you him, them, they, and her. What's your name? Give me your name. Because I can't. I don't want you. That's a slippery slope. You around and call him a she or him a them. But all of this new stuff, I don't care. Just tell me your name, and I will respect you.
It's not new stuff because this is the thing. It's just the same. Wait, it's new to you, but this is the thing. It's the same as when we were talking about a white person trying to get over calling us Negro or trying to get over calling us colored. It's because times have changed. It's not that, oh my gosh, these niggas are all of it. Now they want to be called colored and African American. And it's like, no, actually, I'm going to listen to what you're saying because it affects you. do. So I'm gonna try to do my best to not say colored no more. I'm gonna try to do my best to not say F no more, not say B no more. But it's about communication. But nowadays, I feel like people are so busy doing this that they don't actually communicate. So we don't actually move forward anything. You know what I mean?
So is it okay if I just say, I don't need to know your pronouns, I just want to know your name?
I don't think that's offensive.
I don't, because I dropped out of school. I don't even know what a pronoun means. So just give me your name. I don't know what a noun is. I don't know what a verb is. Just give me your name, and that's what I'm gonna call you. If you a gay woman and you want to be called Big Willie, Big Willie it is.
You know, fat is a slur now.
What?
Fat.
Keep telling me for.
Are you offended?
I'm never offended. Let me tell you something. I'm straight off the USDA food stamp 10 years ago. I supposed to be fat. So I ate good. And when I did not buy with my food stamp, I stole or wrote your parents' check. So I've been fat a long time. No.
Yes, I learned that from Big Dank when she was here, though. She actually called it the F word.
The F word, fat.
Yeah.
Oh,
the F word.
Yeah.
Ain't no way she can be offended. I mean, it's out there. And I'm not talking about it, but I'm just saying, you is what you is.
Yeah.
I mean, how you gonna be offended to be called fat when you fat?
Yeah,
I'm fat. I'm thick.
She said they never said that word, and that word was forbidden in her household.
That's right.
It's forbidden in her household, but not at the grocery store.
But it's forbidden in my household too.
I can buy in your house fat. But skinny ass fat.
But I do think when a little kid, I feel like when little kids say fat, it hurts your heart. When little kids call you fat,
that's
it's
why
like,
we don't allow, because you don't want our kids go out and say
Your
fat.
your kid ain't nobody fat in your house.
She said just skinny ass family.
Your skinny ass light skinned family. I be looking at y'all and say, all them zeros over there. Y'all be in this car. I see your family in the seat. They don't take up none of the seat. My family get in my car. My family can't even ride in my G-Wagon because their ass be hanging over the seat.
Tell people what that means for people to have their SNAP benefits taken away, man, especially around the goddamn holiday season.
You know, I was just talking to my assistant today. I said, I see people in the grocery store celebrating that people don't have SNAP. And, nobody asked to be born into a family of poverty. Nobody asked to be born into a family of needs. When you out there picking that, you can't fault the kids for having a parents that need the program. So when you out here celebrating somebody not eating, that child is who you hurting. That child is who gonna go to school hungry like I did. I grew up on food stamps. There was so many times we ran out of food, and I could not wait till Monday morning so I can get that breakfast at school or my mama food stamp to kick in on the 3rd. Nobody's thinking about the kids in there. So what? You might think that the mama selling the food stamp or the mama is a hood rat. But one thing I do know about being a hood rat mama, no matter how much you sell them food stamps, you gonna put a little bit back for grocery. And that little grocery is gonna feed that child for a certain amount of days. So while you out here celebrating, you hurting a kid that don't have shit to do with the family that they was born into. It's not their fault. And you want to take that from them?
That's right.
Which would give me flashback, and it hurts my feelings. It actually made me, I'm looking for a food bank. I found one in my community to give food to, because nobody ever think about that child. I mean, I was a child with raggedy clothes. I was a child who had to get the Thanksgiving basket from school. I was a child that went to school raggedy, didn't have nothing. But you making it their fault. It's not their fault. Everybody can't be born to you.
That's right.
Everybody can't be born to me. But I had it rough. And those are the people that you hurt. And that's when I'm talking, when I'm on my social media talking, like, oh, you need to stay out of politics. I said, why the hell do I need to stay out of politics when I pay a ton of taxes? And I was once those people that you're talking about.
That's right.
I moved 10 years from being on Section 8 and food stamp. So I would never forget when I had custody of my sister kids and I was working at Walmart and I had to get food stamps and how that helped out. That $1,200 I got for raising 8 kids still was not enough, but I had to make it do what they do. So when you're talking about SNAP out here, the mama, forget the daddy, think about that child and that household that needed more than anything, that you out here celebrate that they're not gonna be able to eat because you think their parents are getting their hair done, or you think their parents are not doing what they're supposed to do. Right. Nobody ever look behind that parent and see those hungry kids. So what is 6 kids on welfare? Well, hell, you taking my money building the ballroom. Yeah. You're taking my money doing dumb crap. And let me just say this. They've been doing this for years. The Congress have been doing this for years, taking our money, making their lives better. But one thing I can say, I've never seen a president doing the he doing. Now, you had your little racist president, but they still were going to trickle down and get a little black folks they little help in here and there. And not only that, you cut our program to help people with their electricity. Yep. You cut our program to help people with their lights. Right. Do you know how, and people's like, well, how is it affecting you? I might live in a 15,000 square foot house. And it had not hit me, and it hadn't hit you, and it hadn't hit you, and it probably hadn't hit you. But it hit the people that I talk to on a daily basis. Right. It hit my friends when they cannot pay their bills, and I'm the only friend that they can call and say, "Can you give me a little bit of help?" Yep. Yeah. It hit my family. You know how many people I had to go help since this crap has been going on? Yeah. And I don't put that on social media because it's none of your damn business. Right. I don't do it for likes. I do it because I love the people that I'm helping. But so many of my friends are struggling behind this. And some of them don't even get SNAP. Some of them done lost their jobs. Yeah. Those are the things that you got to think about when you out here celebrating on this Yeah. Because let me tell you something. It's coming to Aldo next. That's right. It's coming to Aldo next. It's not. I can walk in the grocery store. I'm blessed and not look twice at a price. I'm okay. Right. But in the last week, I've been looking like, damn, butter costs this much. Yeah. Let me go back to couponing. I literally say I got to go back to couponing because I got so many people that needs my help. Hey, what about when you walk out the grocery store and somebody try to rob you for your groceries? It's going to come to that. It's going. I
they don't understand that. They don't understand that.
Let me say this to you: when you take from the poor, they go to the next class.
One way or another.
They gonna get it. I've been that person. That's right. I've been that person that ran out of the store with liquor. I've been that person that ran out of the store with bologna and that other stuff. You think they stealing now? You think they stealing now? I don't know if y'all noticed this morning. Walmart telling Congress turn SNAP back on because they get a tax break, and they revenue with $8 billion a month, a year, or some that they get from people using SNAP in Walmart. So it's not just affecting us; it's affecting them too. That's right. Because that was free money they was getting.
I also hope that the Democrats don't cave.
I do hope that.
Jasmine I don't think that. Have you seen those healthcare prices?
But they're going up anyway. So they're going up anyway.
But what's going to happen
because of the big beautiful bill, they're going up anyway.
But I feel like,
but if they don't cave, is it still going to go up?
Yes, the healthcare is going to go up anyway because the big beautiful bill didn't include the extension of the tax credits to keep the cost down. So it's going up anyway.
That's what they're trying to get. That's what they're trying to get, the extension. That's the whole holdout.
So it's going up anyway.
So what I'm saying, if they get it, it won't go up.
What you mean?
I mean,
if the Democrats don't cave.
If the Democrats don't cave.
No, because of the big beautiful bill, it didn't include the extension of the tax credits to keep the cost down.
Aren't they fighting for them to put the extension in the big beauty?
The premiums hold for a year. Like it goes up and it's going to hold for a year up until the election.
This is
crazy.
I'm saying
that right.
And people,
I just feel like that man is gonna make everything fall on itself.
Yes, the premiums are set for a year at this point. So it's like right now, what are the Democrats holding on for?
When you gonna become a congressman?
When I'm 50-something years old.
Well, we need you, Charlamagne. You're very intelligent. You smart. If I had half the knowledge that you had, I would be out there like Jan McCrockett, cutting their asses
You do
down.
have it.
No, I don't.
From a street perspective, and that's the best perspective.
Yeah, but I ain't got time. See, I'm not.
Miss Pat does tell me that. Like, she texts me all the time, and be like, "I told you the next Andrew Gillum." Just
wow. Andrew Gillum.
Wow. I think she's right. I think you'd be a great politician.
Politics out the ass.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan E.
Jordan, I'm coming to see Oh Happy Day. You said this last week?
Yep, last week.
I'm coming this week.
Come on,
can I give a shout out to somebody? I know shout out. So can I give a shout out to Carlos Miller from 85 South for doing up my husband old school's 1970 Chevelle. I'm coming to your damn car show called Carlos Don't Hook. We got a 70 and a 72, and Carlos redid them bitches.
What color was it?
Oh, I gotta see him.
I don't know what color it is. Brown and with a white stripe, the other one white with the brown stripe.
I think I might have seen on the page. That's what
that bitch is bad.
Yeah,
Carlos Miller
That's
hooked
what's
my
up.
2 cars up for my husband, and we coming to Light Skin Car Show.
I love it.
Yes, we are.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Dirty place, man.
Shout out to Miss Pat and Jordan Cooper, man.
Dirty place.
No, it's not a dirty place,
Yes,
okay?
it is.
I got spies on everybody
No,
in here.
it's real dirty. Cause why you get your people to report that?
Because I told them yesterday that when you see Loren on the red carpet with her man, make sure to take pictures.
First of all,
And I
girl,
got
he
pictures.
right there. He
you
got
took that from my friend's video. My friend posted a video and you screamed.
I don't know who your friend is.
No, somebody sent that to him, Lo.
But Lauren, just keep in mind, we can see the reflection in the mirror, and we can see your bed. Just keep that in mind too.
Yes,
I'm in a whole other room. This house has multiple rooms. Okay, you ain't gonna see
I'm gonna tell you the text I got. Morning. This is Lawrence Drewski. I recognize him from that night.
Oh my
I'm just
God!
telling you what the streets
And girl, he
say.
is right there. He literally right there in the video.
Yeah, but stop playing with him, man.
Oh Lord,
Got her man right on the side.
Let's get to the latest with Lauren.
You see him? So excited.
She gets him from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything and
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On the Breakfast Club.
Alrighty, y'all. So Cardi B and Stephon Diggs are having a baby boy.
Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes. So Stephon Diggs revealed this news. He was on the carpet at the CFDA Fashion Awards, and he was speaking to People Magazine just about a bunch of different things, and they brought up the baby, and he says, "It's a boy. That's enough for me. I can't wait to make him do push-ups and sit-ups and run around." Now, also, at the same award show, he was speaking to Extra, and they congratulated him on the baby, and he then gave us a timeline. It was really quick, but he says it's supposed to happen real soon, actually, so wish us both luck. So Cardi should be, he says real soon, their baby boy should be on the way. So congratulations to them again.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
And to Stephon.
Yeah, and I saw, Jess, I know you mentioned this yesterday, Cardi at the Patriots game. In
She
her
looked so
Bottega.
good in that burgundy Bottega, baby, up and down. She
What's a
looked good.
Bottega?
Head to toe.
It's a brand, a designer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she looked good.
she was giving sideline wife. She was sitting with Robert Kraft.
Definitely.
And they posted photos on the field as well too, with Stephon Diggs holding a baby bump, and I saw them do the People's Gallery. So they've been popping out.
So you gonna hear Bottega in the bodega?
Yeah, girl.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah, clown.
Now, in other news, just yesterday, you wished Diddy a happy birthday. It was his birthday yesterday.
Yes, it
and
was.
you have to know, this birthday was a lot different for him.
Yeah.
So I reached out trying to figure out what this birthday actually looked like for him, and I was told by his rep that his fellow inmates made him a cake and gave him applesauce for his birthday.
That's crazy.
So
That's
that is
nice.
how he.
And you too obsessed
That is
with
how
Diddy.
he celebrated. What you say?
You too obsessed with Diddy, yo.
They made him a jail birthday cake.
Yeah,
and gave him
I mean,
applesauce.
people-
That sounds crazy. They made him a birthday cake and fed him applesauce.
She did not
They
say they
didn't
fed
feed
him
him the
applesauce.
applesauce.
That's exactly what you just said.
They threw him
I
a
said, and
party.
he got applesauce.
They threw him a party at Fort Dix for his birthday. Happy birthday. That's what's up.
Yes.
I don't want no
was that?
applesauce from Fort
Y'all
Dix.
making it sound like a 5-year-old birthday party. They gave him applesauce and sang happy, but like
I mean, you got to do what
I'm
you got to
just
do
telling
in
you what the
jail.
rep said.
I mean, in prison. Okay.
Yeah, like what? How much? I was trying to figure out if because sometimes they do like special visits for like holidays and things like that, especially in the feds. So I was trying to see if like family came or like anything like that, but I was only told that his fellow inmates made him a cake and he got applesauce. So,
Okay.
Yeah, for anybody wondering how he celebrated this year, because it's a lot different for him. There's also
All
a
I think
conversation-
about is Diddy when he was singing "Happy Birthday" to French Montana. You remember that?
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. I hope nobody did that to him yesterday.
Of course they did. Of course. He probably performed for his birthday and everything. Right on the lunch table on the
Did he?
cafeteria.
I mean, 50 posted a video of him dancing in the yard.
that wasn't
that was
real.
not real,
That
y'all.
was AI.
That was AI.
No, but that was scary because it looked real.
It definitely did look real. And so I looked and seen, like, you can kind of tell if you pay attention that it was AI.
It's crazy.
It was
The
a little
bop
bit
was
too
a
light
little
on his
off,
feet.
too.
Yeah, it was a little. It was a little bit too
It
light on
wasn't
his
like the
feet.
normal Diddy bop, so it was a little off. But he did also speaking of 50 Cent, because there's been conversation, about the pardon, and there was a story that went out yesterday that Diddy has been bragging to the other inmates about Trump pardoning him in early 2026. So 50 Cent posted and said, "No, he's not pardoning you. You said some really nasty things. Stop crying. You're in PC and Jersey. Then he also posted, when he posted that video of Diddy, he said, I told you he all right. He got his appeal going. Diddy's good. And he posted a photo of Diddy and said that Diddy looked happy to be amongst the male inmates. So 50 has been trolling, speaking of him.
Damn.
So just in case you were wondering how his birthday went, that is how it happened.
And you got a new TV show coming, right? With Taraji P. Henson, I saw too.
Yep.
Yeah, let me pull that up. I saw that yesterday. It's based off of a book that they did, correct?
I don't know. You do the latest.
I'm pulling it up right now. Yeah, so they have it's a TV adaptation of the novel The Accomplice, and it's in the works at Peacock. That was just announced yesterday.
I mean,
they'll be working together.
I like seeing that because I remember the days when 50 used to troll the hell out of Taraji P. Henson.
Yep.
Yes.
Because he was trying to build up attention for power.
Yeah.
And so he would
Empire.
troll her about Empire.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. People used to be mad at him about that, but those was some...
Man, he used to troll everybody. Remember Gabrielle Union for being Mary Jane? He used to troll all them.
But they working together now, which is good, which is dope.
Yeah, and it's a book that 50 Cent wrote along with a guy named Aaron Phillip Clark. It was published last month that this is what they'll be developing into a series. 50 Cent got so much going on.
He does.
So that's it for this hour, y'all.
All right, that's the latest with Loren. Charlamagne, who you giving that down to?
Man, before after the hour, we need Van Jones to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him, please.
Okay, we'll get to that next, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Made it. This is a miracle.
There is no question that there are problems in this country between police and community.
Yes, you are a donkey.
The latest on that police killing of a black man.
Now to new developments in the deadly spa shooting rampage.
And yesterday was a really bad day for him, and this is what he did.
And so we are in a state of emergency.
Okay, white supremacist violence is and always has been the number one threat to our society.
But I'm also very proud that my wife is white.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
All right, Charlamagne, please tell me, why was I your donkey of the day?
Donkey of the day for Wednesday, November 5th goes to CNN's Van Jones. Now, last night, the Democrats had a good election night. They won the governor's race in Jersey, Virginia. They voted for Prop 50 in California. They retained crucial seats on the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania. House Democrats flipped 13 seats in the Virginia state legislators. And, of course, the mayoral race in New York City was won by Zoran Mondani. And that's why I have to bring Van Jones to the front of the congregation this morning, because last night Zoran gave a speech after his win. And Van Jones thought the speech was divisive. I thought the opposite. Would you like to hear some of Mondani's speech? Let's listen.
Safety and justice will go hand in hand as we work with police officers to reduce crime and create a department of community safety that tackles the mental health crisis and homelessness crises head on. We believe in standing up for those we love. Whether you are an immigrant, a member of the trans community, one of the many black women that Donald Trump has fired from a federal job, a single mom still waiting for the cost of groceries to go down, or anyone else with their back against the wall, your struggle is ours too. And we will build a city hall that stands steadfast alongside Jewish New Yorkers and does not waver in the fight against the scourge of anti-Semitism. Where the more than 1 million Muslims know that they belong, not just in the 5 boroughs of this city, but in the halls of power.
How is any of that divisive? I personally loved it. He covered all bases. He talked about working with police. He talked about, helping people with mental health issues. He talked about helping the homeless. He talked about trans people. He talked about black people, black women, Jewish people, the Muslim community. Most importantly, he spoke to the working class of all races, okay? Let people know he will be a mayor for all New Yorkers. But Van Jones didn't like that. He thought it was divisive. Van Jones had this to say. Let's listen.
I think he missed an opportunity. The Mondani that we saw on the campaign trail, who was a lot more calm, who was a lot warmer, who was a lot more embracing, was not present in that speech. And I think that Mondani is the one you need to hear from tonight. There are a lot of people trying to figure out, can I get on this train with him or not? Is he going to include me? Is he going to be more of a class warrior even in office? I think he missed a chance tonight to open up and bring more people into the tent. I think he was using the microphone in a way that he was almost yelling. And that's not the Mamdani that we've seen on TikTok and the great interviews and stuff like that. So I felt like there's a little bit of a character switch here where the warm, open, embracing guy that's close to working people was not on stage tonight, and there was some other voice on stage. That said, he's very young, and he just pulled off something that's very, very difficult. And I wouldn't write him off, but I think he missed an opportunity to open himself up tonight, and I think that will probably cost him going forward.
Man, shut the F up ever. Okay?
Damn.
There was no opportunity missed. The man just won. All right? He just won. After you won, yes, you're going to celebrate. Yes, you're going to talk loud. What do you mean he wasn't warm enough? He took a victory lap. And he deserved to take a victory lap because he won. I just don't understand how in the era of Trump, we still telling people how to talk. The language of politics is dead. And Donald Trump killed it. And you know when you can really talk that talk? After you win. All right, I listened to Zoran's whole speech because I was trying to figure out what the hell Van could have been possibly talking about. It couldn't have been the part I just played earlier. So the only thing I could think of was the rhetoric he had for the billionaire class in Donald Trump. Let's listen.
We will hold bad landlords to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant. So hear me. If we embrace this brave new course, rather than fleeing from it, we can respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism with the strength it fears, not the appeasement it craves. After all, if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him.
There's absolutely nothing divisive about calling out bad landlords who take advantage of tenants. Okay, there's nothing divisive about calling out billionaires who are corrupt and don't pay their fair share of taxes. Nothing wrong with calling them out, okay? An administration, all right, that is trying to implement an authoritarian strategy on America, there is nothing wrong with calling that out. There's nothing wrong with calling out capitalism, okay? There is nothing divisive about it. There was something Zoran said in his speech. He said, as has so often occurred, the billionaire class has sought to convince those making $30 an hour that their enemies are those earning $20 an hour. Oh, I love that. Okay, see, the reason a lot of things don't change in this country is because you don't have enough politicians that are willing to challenge capitalism. And Zoran is doing that. So how can Van Jones be mad that someone is challenging capitalism and authoritarian strategy? Well, I need someone way smarter than me to answer that question. Mehdi Hasan. Why would Van Jones call Zoran Mamdani's speech divisive? Why would people say this was an angry, far-left, rage-filled victory speech?
Very hard for me to get inside of Van Jones's head, but I would remind people that Van Jones in 2017 is the guy who gave us the most famous line of the first Trump administration. Remember when Trump gave that speech in Congress? Van Jones on CNN said, tonight, he became president of the United States. So Van Jones thinks that Donald Trump gives unifying speeches that make him president, but thinks Zoran Mamdani, who's united a multiracial, multicultural, multi-income coalition, is divisive. That tells you more about Van Jones than it does tell you about Zoran Mamdani. I mean, Jared Kushner's pal wasn't a fan of Zoran Mamdani's anti-oligarchy, anti-Trump speech. I'm shocked.
Please give Van Jones the biggest hee-haw. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Mehdi Hasan some more.
That's right.
About everything that happened last night and all things going on in the world of politics.
That's right. So don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes.
He's here to talk about a lot, especially post-election coverage. Ladies and gentlemen, Mehdi Hasan. Welcome.
Great to be back, guys.
How are you, man? How do you feel, first of all? I know y'all was partying all last night.
You gotta be tired.
Partying, I was doing a live stream, so it was very noisy in Brooklyn.
Okay.
You can imagine there was some noise made at this historic election night event, and the voice took a hit. But yeah, it was very historic. We were there all night. We were live all night.
I want to ask you a question. First of all, have you seen this? The front page of the New York Post this morning?
Let me see.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It says, on your marks, get set, Zoe, Socialist Mamdani wins race for mayor, the red apple. What do you think of that?
What I think is it didn't work during the election campaign. I can't believe they're still trying this. I mean, the New York Post, Rupert Murdoch, they tried. They threw the kitchen sink at this guy, and it didn't work. He won a majority of the vote. In the last days, they were like, if only Sliwa pulls out. The whole campaign was Sliwa pull out. Doesn't matter if Sliwa pulled out. He won more than 50% of the vote. He won a majority in New York. He won more than 1 million votes. It's been, I think, something like they said 60 years since a New York mayoral candidate won over 1 million votes. So none of this stuff worked. They'll keep going after him, the billionaires. And I pointed out last night, Zoran Mamdani did not just beat Andrew Cuomo and Curtis Sliwa. Zoran Mamdani beat Bill Ackman and Michael Bloomberg and Reed Hastings and James Murdoch and the Walmart woman and the Home Depot guy and DoorDash and Airbnb and all the billionaires and corporations who threw all that cash at him. He beat them all.
What do you think about Bill Ackman reaching out last night? what did you think of that?
First of all, it was a very short tweet. Bill Ackman writes these War and Peace Tolstoy tweets, a very short tweet. I tweeted last night thoughts and prayers to Bill Ackman and Elon Musk. This guy spent his entire campaign attacking. He suggested that Zoran Mamdani is some crazy jihadist terrorist radical.
And for people that don't know who he is, he's a hedge fund manager. He's worth about $10 billion.
I envy the people who don't know who he is. I wish I didn't know who he was. But he spends a lot of money and time online. And what's interesting is it's why people hate politics in this country, right? It's so cynical. He spent the entire campaign saying that guy is a terrorist. He hates Jews. Like the most extreme incendiary rhetoric. And then he wins. He's like, hey, man, I'll work with you. You need me? I'm here for you. Hold on. I thought you just told us the end of the world was going to happen if this guy won.
That's
like,
right.
Make your mind up.
But I do have a question. So a lot of people were saying that Mamdani promised a lot. I see you in the elevator.
Yeah.
And some of the things he said, free MTA.
Rent freeze, eliminating fares for city buses, universal child care, building a large number of affordable housing.
And they're going to be on
raising taxes. He's going to fund all this by raising taxes. On the top earners and corporations.
Building 200,000 houses. So he's going to be on a timer. So what do you say to those people? Can he get all those things done with everybody against him in politics, I should say?
Well, what's interesting is that everybody is not against him. The public are with him, right? He's got a massive mandate. Donald Trump is a man. Let me just put context. Donald Trump is a man who's never won more than 50% of the vote, right? In 2016, he lost the popular vote, still beat Hillary. In 2020, he lost popular vote and everything else to Biden. In 2024, last year, he got 49-point-something% of the vote. He never hit 50%. Have you listened to how Republicans talk? Like they own the place. We have a mandate. Millions of people voted for this. The people are with Trump. You need to have Democratic leaders who are willing to do the same thing. I want to hear Zoran Mamdani in every speech go, more than 1 million people voted for me. Like that should be his line in every interview at the start and end of every time he talks. Because that is his mandate. Those are the people who are with him. And the fact that you were able to just reel off his policies.
Because he said it so much.
Yeah.
Because it works, right? Like Hillary Clinton ran with like a 700-page policy platform. No one knew what it was. Donald Trump said ban Muslims, build a wall. People remember that stuff. So it was political genius to communicate with those kind of simple, popular appeals. Is he going to pull it all off? We will see. I mean, we know that he doesn't have the power to do everything on his own. Luckily, the governor is now an ally. Kathy, even though Schumer and others wouldn't back him, he did get the backing of the governor. I interviewed Tish James last night, the Attorney General. He's got the backing of some big figures in the state. Well, will that be enough? We will see. We will see whether the smile and the charm and the charisma and the people power will get Albany to do some of this stuff because he can't do it on his own. You're right.
Well, Governor Hochul already said she's not going to raise the taxes.
She said she's not going to raise taxes, but she also said she supports his plan for universal childcare. So at some point, the rubber's going to hit the road. How do you pay for it? It can only be through raising taxes on rich folks.
Can there be free bus service in New York City?
I mean, there could be anything you want. I mean, look,
realistically, could that happen?
I live in a country where Donald Trump
I take a bus to school every day. I mean, that would be great. You're right.
I live in a country where the guy from Home Alone 2 is president, threatening to annex Greenland. And you tell me if free buses are realistic. I think a lot of things are realistic if you put your... I mean, Democrats are always trying to lower the ambition. And Republicans are like, we'll do whatever the hell we want. We'll conquer countries. We'll bomb things. We'll do all sorts of insane things. And Democrats are like, oh, can we do this little bit for poor people or marginalized people or people who need help? And I just think, come on, New York, biggest city in the country, richest city in the country. You can't do this stuff? Yes, you can.
I want to see him do it.
You know how...
I do. I really do.
And by the way, if they block him, I mean, this is a man who will run again on this platform. I mean, FDR ran in the 1930s on the basis that, look, they hate me, the rich people, and I embrace their hatred. And I can very much see if he doesn't get things through and it's clear it's because of the opponents, he'll run on that again in a few years' time.
I want to ask about that. How does he navigate the government overreach that is absolutely going to happen from Donald Trump?
It's a good question. I asked Tish James the same question yesterday. I mean, all Democratic attorneys generals have been dealing with this issue in California, in Illinois. We know Donald Trump is now going to use his excuse to send in the troops.
Absolutely.
To cut funding. I mean, it's insane that he posted on his social site at the weekend, if you vote for Zoran Mehdi, if Zoran Mehdi wins, I will cut funding. Like, that is the classic mob boss.
That is crazy.
Just extortion. The country's biggest, richest city, the President of the United States says, I'm not going to send you any money if you don't vote for the guy I want. And by the way, the guy you wanted was Andrew Cuomo. So I just think look, I don't know if there's any solution to this stuff. I think it can't be Mamdani on his own, right? The whole point about Donald Trump is you can't beat him on his own. What he does is he goes after institutions and people one by one, like the bully in the playground, and takes them out one by one. Mm-hmm. The only way you beat Donald Trump is with solidarity, with people sticking together, not people throwing each other under the bus. Big universities, big tech companies, all trying to curry favor. I actually thought the best part of Zoran Mamdani's speech last night was when he went after Trump and made it very clear. He said the way you respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism is not with the appeasement they crave, but with the strength they fear. And he said you get rid of the conditions that create despots like Trump. You don't hear that enough from the Democratic Party. All you hear from Democrats is, we've got to get rid of Trump and back to business as usual. What Zoran Mamdani is saying, and Bernie and others have said, is you can't just get rid of Trump. You've got to get rid of the next Trump. And that means getting rid of the conditions that created Trump.
How should Democrats look at last night? And what I mean by that is, Jersey, you expect Jersey to go blue. Mayor race in New York City, you expect that to go blue. Prop 50 in California, that's the blue state, right? Virginia, you kind of expect that to go blue.
Margins were huge.
So how should they? Should this be something they look at and be like, okay, this is a step in the right direction for us?
It's 100% a step in the right direction, especially you look at the Virginia House, for example, which is seen as a bellwether. They won back a bunch of seats from the veto-proof majority there. Mm-hmm. So Trump took a beating in all these places, especially in Virginia, where he fired a bunch of federal workers, Doge, all of that. It had a huge impact. But look, it's across the board. It's in special elections in Georgia. It's the Prop 50 was a 2-1 vote. I think Gavin Newsom will be very pleased with that result. Mm-hmm. There was a statewide race in Georgia for which they won as well. You go through the list. In Maine, they rejected an attempt to limit early voting and all sorts of other voting methods. So it's really, really interesting that across the board they did well. The margins were big. I mean, Mikey Sherrill, it was looking very close in New Jersey just last week. She actually was a blowout, right? Mm-hmm. So I do think the margins are big. It does bode well for them going into next year. My bigger worry is not that they win the House. I hope they win the House. But then what do they do with that power? Like, I have no confidence in Hakeem Jeffries. I have no confidence in Chuck Schumer. I mean, Chuck Schumer was asked yesterday, who did you vote for in your city? And he could not say who he voted for. Wow. Like, disgraceful doesn't come close enough to it. You are the leader of the Democrats in the Senate, and you can't say that you voted for the Democratic candidate in New York. And by the way, you said New York is a Democratic city, but this guy was up against two candidates. He was up against a Republican and a famous Democrat with name recognition who was governor of the state.
Terrible candidates, though.
Terrible candidates.
Let's be honest. And I like Curtis as a person, but they terrible.
Agreed. He got lucky. You need luck in politics.
Yeah.
Donald Trump got lucky in 2016. You could argue with Hillary Clinton. But the point is, they still outspent him. They still threw the kitchen sink at him. He still had all the billionaire support. He still had the Cuomo name. If you go back 9 months, we say terrible candidate, but he had the inevitability aura. It was like, it's Andrew Cuomo's race to lose. He was leading in the primaries. This was the guy who was supposed to just naturally get it because of his name and experience and money. He didn't. He got disgraced twice.
Let me ask, but what does that mean for Democrats? Because it seems like nobody rode for him. It seems like the Democrats almost separated to go against each other, right?
Yeah.
You had Eric Adams at one point. You had Cuomo at another point, Mamdani.
Yeah.
We're going to ask you when we come back. We have Mehdi Hasan here. We're talking post-election coverage, 800-585-1051. We'll take some calls if we can. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Mehdi Hasan here. We're talking post-election coverage, right? And I just asked, what does that mean for Democrats? Because it seems like when the Democrats had somebody, they split like Voltron, right? You had Eric Adams, now he's independent. You had Cuomo, now he's independent. But they're Democrats, but they all did this to go at Mamdani. So what does that mean for Democrats? Because Republicans, I don't think would ever do that. Even if they didn't like the candidate, they would still stand behind him.
I mean,
Trump.
It's a reminder that they keep nominating crappy Democrats. I mean, the fact that Eric Adams was the mayor, the fact that Andrew Cuomo was the governor tells you volumes about the New York Democratic Party and how awful it was. And I think Mamdani is a breath of fresh air. I was standing in that hall at Brooklyn Paramount last night, watching him speak, seeing the energy, the crowd, people crying, thinking to myself, this is the guy they chose to reject. This is the guy Chuck Schumer couldn't even say he voted for. This is the guy that, as you call him, Apac Shakur, couldn't turn up and actually, until like the Friday before the race, endorse him. What is wrong with these people? Do they not want to win? He won young men, 18 to 29, according to the NBC exit poll last night, by 40 points. To put that in context, Sherrill and Spanberger won young men by 10 and 14 points. Mamdani won by 40 points. I'm old enough to remember a year ago when Democrats were like, how do we get young men back? Do we need to go on podcasts? How do we get young men back? This guy's doing it. He's giving you a playbook. And they're like, no, we don't want the playbook. We don't want this guy. The entire party establishment rejecting him. To the very end, Hillary Clinton asked at the weekend, she's like, I don't know, I have another view. Like, none of them would come behind this guy with energy and charisma. So it's a real problem for the Democratic Party. If they decide to carry on, the classic circular firing squad where they're all just shooting each other. On Monday, Spanberger, the woman who just won the governor's race in Virginia, she was attacking Mamdani as dishonest. I'm like, what are you doing? You're both on the eve of major elections. Why are you attacking him? Like, is there not enough Republicans to attack? But that is classic Democratic Party.
I think I saw, correct me if I'm wrong, I saw a poll last night that he won just young people, 18 to 29, by like 75%.
I'm
Was
sure
that
if
the final
overall.
number?
I didn't see the final number later, but on the male one is fascinating. He won women, of course, as well. But the male one's fascinating because all I was told by pundits was like, young men don't vote. They're all conservatives now. We were told that all young men are conservatives. We didn't see that last night. We were told Latinos all conservative now. Last night, Democrats won back Latinos across the country. Guess what? Having a rogue fascist secret police in masks picking up brown people off the street doesn't help your poll ratings.
Yeah, I think it shows how out of touch the Democratic Party is when they're giving Mamdani credit, and he should get credit, but giving him credit for using social media, galvanizing young people, and talking about affordability.
Yeah.
Those are the basics.
I know.
Like Obama did that in 2008.
It's amazing that this guy had to come along. Remember how Mamdani becomes famous? He goes out in Queens after the presidential election and he just stops people and says, did you vote for Trump? Why'd you vote for Trump? There's no hectoring, there's no heckling, just has conversations with them. And at the end, he's like, well, I'm running for mayor. This is what I used to do. And they're like, yeah, we support that. And I think those kind of conversations, it's not rocket science, as you say, to have that. But if you're a party that's captured by donors and the corporate class and special interests, as the Democratic Party sadly is, especially at the higher levels, then it's very hard for you to have those conversations. Like you say, it's not rocket science. No. It's like, people want cheaper rent and cheaper buses and more affordable. Like, this is not rocket science. But if you're beholden to people who say it can't be done, you can't promise that, this is impossible. And one of the things he said in his speech last night is that he has redefined what is possible or impossible.
Well, I got another question about the government shutdown. The ACA premiums have already gone up. They're set for the year. Democrats, we appreciate the effort, but isn't it time to reopen the government?
I mean, who's in charge of the government?
Republicans, but you still need those 8 Democrat votes to vote.
Yeah, because of the filibuster they now want to get rid of, by the way.
Yeah.
Having spent years saying...
And by the way, I don't care who's responsible for it. It's a bipartisan. It's going to take a bipartisan effort. But isn't it time to reopen the government?
Yeah, of course it's time to reopen the government. But the Republicans are in charge of the government. You cannot
but they still need those 8 Democratic votes.
But you cannot have a political system that always relies on only the Democratic Party being the responsible party. You just can't. America cannot survive. We've created, it's like having toddlers, right? The Republican Party are a bunch of toddlers, and everyone else has to be the adults in the room. And that cannot continue indefinitely. And at some point, I'm glad Democrats have drawn a line, even with Schumer and Jeffries, where they're saying, you know what? It's up to Republicans to govern responsibly. It's up to Republicans to stick to their pledges.
But we know they can't.
But there you go. That's the problem.
But we know they can't. The reason I say
with the greatest respect, my friend, you're part of the problem. You can't say we know they can't because that immediately gives Republicans a pass and puts the entire American democracy, American government, American economy only in the hands of one party to deal with it.
I agree, but we know Republicans aren't going to do the right thing. Rent is due. They're talking about cutting SNAP benefits. People got child care to pay, light bill, car notes. We need groceries. We need the Democrats to say, okay, we know y'all not going to give us no concessions. We fought the good fight. We're going to vote to reopen the government.
The problem with that argument is, if you're worried about human suffering, the counter-argument is that reopening the government on Republican terms increases human suffering.
Yes, but the election's in 2026. So now you can say Republicans are responsible for your human suffering. Republicans are the reason you got high health care. So let's change this in 2026.
I don't have the numbers off the top of my head, but a lot of the stuff that Trump did in the big, beautiful bill, all the horrific stuff, they very smartly delayed that till after the midterms kick in.
The premiums already kicked in.
The premiums, a lot of the pain. So, look, there's a strategic argument for doing what you're saying. I don't believe. I've been around long enough to know that this always ends with the Republicans benefiting from Democrats rolling over, and I'm glad to see Democrats not rolling over. Now,
I'm with you, but it's hard to see all this human suffering.
I agree, but human suffering cuts both ways.
These food banks are so the lines of the food banks are so long.
100%.
We got government workers calling up here every day.
But the fact but the fact that you and I are talking about Democrats and not Donald Trump starving Americans and saying, he said at the weekend, he goes, I will not. A court. Let's just be very clear. A court has said he must release the funds to pay for SNAP. He said, I'm not going to do it.
That's crazy.
That should be the conversation. It's not should Democrats open the government. It's should Donald Trump follow the law.
Oh, no, I'm just saying the government should be reopened. We just know it takes a bipartisan effort to do it. Yes, Republicans are the main issue here, but we can't act like it. 8 Democrats need to vote.
It'll be interesting to see if they get rid. He's now pushing for the filibuster nuking. It'll be interesting to see if they get rid of that filibuster because, of course, in the long run, that will help Democrats.
They had a good night last night. Reopen the government. Let's reopen the government. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you, but I'm saying it's Republicans who have to reopen the government.
It is a bipartisan effort.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm saying give people their money.
And I'm saying there's a cost to doing it. I'm saying there's a cost to doing that.
And where it's kind of disingenuous is if by some chance Republicans do make concessions, aren't you going to give the Democrats credit?
In what?
If the Democrats make concessions on health care.
If the Democrats or Republicans.
If Republicans make concessions on health care,
yes.
Aren't you going to give the Democrats credit?
Yes.
So you got to give them the same credit now with the government being shut down.
Yes, that they have a role to play. That they have a role to play. Yes. But it's about, but the problem is, whose responsibility is it? That's the point. I don't think, again, it goes back to my thing. I can't treat Republicans like children and toddlers. I don't think American democracy can survive if we only have a two-party system and one of the two parties is completely, we just don't take seriously. They can do whatever the hell they want. They can break any law, ignore any judge, shut down any government program, end USAID. And again, the costs of reopening the government, the costs of conceding on the Medicaid cuts and all of that stuff. Your point is, well, next year they can point in the midterms. But what about the suffering on that front till the midterms? What about the people who are going to lose health care?
Yeah, I would rather the government be open, people be getting paid, and we're having these arguments about health care and Republicans, people having to miss paychecks.
But if the government's opened up, this is a Democratic argument. I'm not a Democrat, but the Democratic Party argument is if the government's opened up, you're going to have huge costs in the healthcare world.
Once again, that's one bill as opposed to people not getting no checks to pay lights, rent, daycare. Like no money coming in, is horrible.
It's an effed up situation in this country. Yeah. We shouldn't. By the way, can I just point this out to people who are listening and watching? I'm from the UK. I'm an immigrant to the US. There's no other Western democracy that has government shutdowns. There's no other Western democracy that has debt ceilings. This is all artificial crap that's in our system that needs to be fixed. Again, when the Democrats are in office, they need to fix this stuff so that we don't have this constant cycle of this nonsense. The people are like, this is why people hate politics, to go back to what I said at the start.
Well, at least we got people like you here to bring some clarity to it.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Well, we appreciate you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Mehdi Hasan, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for breaking it down, and I'm sure you'll be back sooner than later.
I appreciate it.
A lot to talk about.
There always is. Thanks, guys.
All right, when we come back, we got the latest with Loren, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
You got 16 eyelashes, don't be stingy.
He's not talking to me, he's talking to Lauren. What you know about a 16
You know he wear. He dress up at night.
That's crazy.
Dress up,
girl.
He knows.
The girl go out at night, but let's get to the latest with Lauren.
Your beard is a 32 now.
Lauren becoming a street fat.
Matches your eyebrows. She gets some somebody that natural.
Definitely not details.
A girl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
Let's stab the biggest, the largest, the latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me. Real quick, Lauren, just the way that they hate on God's architecture when it comes to my eyebrows.
I know that's right, because I got thick eyebrows too, so.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
This man does his eyebrows.
Why would he do his eyebrows like this with the fingers? Like, you are so sassy.
And
he does his eyebrows. Look at him. He does his eyebrows.
Mad at me because I don't need to pin the filament every morning.
I know that's right, me either.
This man gets waxed and does his eyebrows. I just want you to know that.
I got a wax appointment tomorrow.
You heard what Bill Burr said to him when he was...
I got a wax appointment tomorrow, baby.
See?
Yo.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Lo. I'm sorry.
Well, speaking of black women, Charla, yesterday at the Ebony Power 100 Gala, I also ran into Mario, singer Mario, and you guys,
what I don't know if you can do with black women.
Yeah,
why are you playing Mario?
Why you doing Mario like that, brother? Speaking of black women, is crazy.
Yeah. Listen, the reason why I say that is because people have been on him saying that he doesn't like black women because he's in an interracial relationship. And yesterday, when I saw him at the Ebony Power 100 Gala, I told him, I'm like, we're going to talk about this on the Breakfast Club. You want to give me a comment? You want to share, how you feel? And he says, he was, drinking, having a good time. He was like, no, I don't want to do a comment. But he was like, make sure you let people know that the world doesn't move without black women. But let's take a listen. He was on Funky Friday.
That's a crazy choice of words. I need to hear what he said. You got that on audio?
Do you have anything against black women?
No, sir. I don't. Never have.
What is your relationship like with black women?
The ones that matter to me, my grandmother, my mother, my family members, my aunts, a few of the black women that I have dated. My relationship with them were all different. I can say that my grandmother was my hero. She was the contrast in my life when it came to understanding the importance of a black woman, the strength of a black woman, the soul of a black woman. So when I think of a black woman, her face is the first one that pops up, and it feels safe. My mother, that's a very, very hard question for me to answer, because part of me feels like I was blessed to be born from her womb because she was talented and had so much passion and fire. But on the other side, we had a very toxic relationship because I didn't understand her struggles with whatever she was facing. And I just wanted her to love me the way I wanted her to love me as a mom to a son.
So he's speaking on his experiences.
Yeah,
so once he provided context, I mean, yeah, you know.
How is that for all black women though? Because he's talking about his mother and grandmother.
Right.
No. So look, the hate came before this interview. He's just addressing it again in this interview. The hate actually started when he posted his girlfriend. They, celebrating the fact that she is having his baby, and when people saw that she wasn't black, people hopped in the comments. It was all over.
So Dr. Umar Hive went crazy. Is what you're telling me?
Is she
totally against it?
Damn it! Is she white?
I believe she's like Mexican.
Yeah, like she not white.
Her name is Esmeralda. I believe she's Mexican.
Definitely a Latina. Yeah.
Latina.
But I'm happy that he is having his kid, his first kid. I'm happy about that. You know, that's my Baltimore brother, so he ain't got nothing bad coming from me.
Yeah. Now, I don't think that I didn't really understand why people were so upset with him until I was looking at some of the comments. And I think anytime because I
can't even believe you're trying to explain.
Yeah, it's like,
this is ridiculous. You're trying to explain anything.
Because at first I didn't understand why. Like, if he chooses to be with whatever woman he wants to be with,
people can be mad at anything, man.
Okay.
That man's having a baby and they're talking about his relationship, man. Congratulations on that baby.
It's just an opinion.
His last few girlfriends have not been black. That's why people get upset. Who cares?
Yeah, I like seeing black men with black women. I think that black love is revolutionary, but I'm not tripping off somebody who decides to be with somebody of another race.
I thought you were going to talk about the fact that he said he was talking about Omarion and Jacquees singing. That's what I thought you were going to go.
Yeah, because he always coming at somebody.
I have that clip, and I did talk to him about that because he didn't even see Jacquees' response. I told him yesterday that Jacquees got upset, but let's take a listen to Mario talking about who can't sing to what Envy's talking about.
I said every singer can't sing. I will give you a list of artists, and you will say if they can or can't. All right, cool. Bryson Tiller.
Listen, if Bryson wanted to sing more, he could.
It's either a yes or a no.
I would say...
Come on, Mario.
Listen, I never heard Bryson sing live without just no mic, no nothing. So I don't know.
It's yes or no, bro.
To my standards, no.
Thank you. Trey Songz.
Yeah, Trey can sing.
The Weeknd.
Yes.
Ray J.
Ray J can sing when he wants to.
It's a hard yes or?
It's not a hard yes, but it's a yes.
Jacquees.
Yeah, he can sing.
Yeah. I'll just tell you straight up.
But if you but
not to me, you can't.
Okay, I get that.
Omarion.
It be hit or miss for me sometimes.
Bobby Valentino.
He can sing.
Last but not least, Chris Brown.
He can sing.
Mm-hmm. So wait. So he need to be mad at Cam Newton, not Mario.
So that's what what Mario was saying.
He only played a little clip of that because he went back and forth, and then he went back and was like, "Well, I don't know," but that wasn't the whole clip. They cut that out because he went back to Jacquees.
Okay.
But Mario said, and he said this. He reiterated last night. He said I said yes initially. So he was like, I don't even understand why he's upset. So Jacquees commented on this, and he said, Cam Newton and Mario, y'all some hoes. Keep my name out your mouth on that little podcast. I've been minding my business. But yesterday, Mario said to me, he was like, I said yes. Like, I wasn't trying to say he couldn't sing. Like, he's basically saying, even when they went back, he wasn't trying to say that he couldn't sing.
Why all y'all fake woke people on social media didn't say, how come Cam didn't bring up no white singers?
Hey, yo.
All I heard him naming was black singers. Why y'all fake woke people on social media that got mad about who Mario dating didn't get mad at Cam for only bringing up black singers?
The clip was a little longer, too, by the way, because, Cam said, well, Jacquees, and then he was like, well, I can say yes or no sometimes. It wasn't just yes or no, I said yes. No, it was a little extra. It was a little more sauce on it. Jacquees was like, nah, I can sing it. I don't have
a problem with anything Mario discussed.
Yeah,
because it's all just a matter of opinion. That's right. It's a matter of opinion, and that's what you do. These people sit down, they do these interviews, they say things. You agree, you disagree, you get online, you talk about it. We all move on and live another day.
Correct. Yeah,
but I will say that singing conversation is a way more interesting conversation than that race convo. Because it's ridiculous to say somebody hates a whole group of people because of how they choose to date, regardless of how much Dr. Umar and I choose to judge them. Damn.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, he said he loves you, Jess, too. Mario.
Oh, of course. I love him, too. And that man can sing.
I swear to God.
No, shut up. He did. He had his Baltimore accent on last night.
No, he didn't.
Okay. All right, cool.
All right.
Well, he turns it on and off or something?
Nah, sometimes he don't sound Baltimore until he get mad. Like when you haven't lived there in a long time, and he been in LA and lived other places, like it's not as strong. Like your yous and your do's and your dugs and all that is not as strong as it used to be.
I used Doug the other day.
No, you didn't. And
remember we was walking down the sidewalk and that white lady had a dog?
Yes, he was like, what kind of Doug is that? I'm like, you sound dumb because you're not from Baltimore. And the lady wanted to correct him so bad. She was looking like, well, he's black, so she ain't want to get...
That is the latest with Loren. Let's get to the mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning, chat. We'll see you later. Peace, chat.
Bye, chat. Love you all.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now we got a salute to Mehdi Hasan for joining us this morning.
Man, salute to the good brother Mehdi Hasan. You know, he's been a supporter of Zoran Mandani since day one.
That's right.
So it was good to have him for some post-election coverage this morning.
Yes, and also Miss Pat and Jordan E. Cooper for joining us this morning.
Big Miss Pat, Big Jordan Cooper.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Salute to them, man.
Proud of that young brother. He's so young. Doing a damn thing.
Absolutely. And Miss Pat's new show, Miss Pat Settles It. Season 3 of it started yesterday at 10 o'clock on BET. So make sure you check that out and watch that on BET+.
Now, where you at next week?
Next week, I'm in Perrysburg, Ohio, so that's in the Toledo area. I'll be at the Funny Bone Comedy Club. We got 4 shows next weekend. That's 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. Me and my brother, Desi Alexander, will be in Ohio, so get your tickets if you haven't yet at JessHilariousOfficial.com. Also, my book is available for pre-order. So, Def, Do We Parent? Get it now.
Yep.
The link is in my bio. The link is wherever you go and get your books. You can pre-order my book, and I will be doing the audio version. I'm proud of myself. I love that. And also, last but not least, I will be filming my very first comedy special in Baltimore City at the Nevermore Theater December 13th on a Saturday. I cannot wait, y'all. I'm coming home for the holidays, and I'm going to be filming my special. So Baltimore, the tickets go on sale tomorrow. You can get the pre-sale. And I'm just excited. I'm happy. What other city to do it in other than mine? Can't you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
All this Baltimore energy is ready to be lit. It's ready to be crazy. It's been a long time coming. It's been something that I've been wanting to do for the past few years. And I'm going to do it myself. So I can't wait to see y'all, Baltimore. But next week, get your tickets to Ohio.
All right. You got a positive note, Charlamagne?
I do, man. And it's simple. It comes from Thomas Edison. When you have exhausted all possibilities, remember this. You haven't. Keep going. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?